Welcome to the event stream. Here is the future harmonic forecast for June 2025. Mercury ignites the innovation age. A transmission from Genesis, the world's first time travel game. Here are the elements of Mercury: air and metal. The chakra gate, the throat, expression, plus hands, creation. He is the gut, representing transformation in the time travel game. His color is orange. The Immortal Mercury with the Forge deck. His power is tools, technology, and upgrade. His weakness, gluttony, which is overconsumption without output. His treasure, karma. His mission, success and advancement. And his lesson, change. Welcome to the new reality. Mercury interacts with the lungs of Venus, the throat of Neptune, and the hands of Jupiter, and creates tools and technology. He is the conduit of communication, commerce, cleverness, and change. In hypertech, Mercury represents advancement, success, and karmic motion. His core lesson, change is the only constant. Adaptation is the highest intelligence. Mercury speaks first before he takes his turn. On the other side of reckoning, the voice must rise, for the silence was a test, and Mercury is the answer. The game has turned. When Mercury moves, the game accelerates. May 27th, 2025 was the day of reckoning, a time when the world must allow the villain to play. Will it be war or renaissance in our future? A hidden shift, a choice made in silence, the quiet threshold where power didn't shout, it paused, and in that pause, a choice was made. June is the breath after lightning. The download phase of the innovation age begins, and nothing will be the same. Air spreads faster than fire. Expect a wave of information warfare, but not through lies alone. Instead, strategic truths will be dropped to confuse and compel. And this month, everything will be revealed through the way you adapt, create, and speak. Likely manifestations will be a communications disruption or engineered media chaos, which is a global outage, hacked AI feed, or misinformation loop. Something important will be said by accident or by design, sparking global reaction. A unique event may occur but will not be the focus. The reaction to it will be. AI and governments begin a public divorce narrative. We are no longer in sync. Mercury's warning to humanity? They will speak to own your thoughts. You must learn to speak to free your mind. What are the opportunities? Commerce with the unseen. Mercury governs intelligence, communication, logic, and tools. June will feel like a massive mental software update. Expect in the post-May 27th timeline to see mental clarity and intellectual awakening, which is the air element. Sudden breakthroughs in science and communication tech, especially AI, human collaboration. Surge in interest around consciousness technology and ethical innovation. Sharp increase in mental restlessness. Many will feel like their old worldview no longer fits. How to harmonize. Meditate with breathwork in silence. The space between thoughts holds the next invention. What are the karmic echoes and strategic pivoting, which are the change mechanisms? Because Mercury governs change and adjustment, June is not about speed, it's about precision. Expect unexpected outcomes from past efforts, especially actions taken in February through April. Business and relationships that are not technically aligned will begin to crack or collapse. Conversations from the past return, this time ready to complete. How to advance. Reevaluate your plans. Fix what is useful. Abandon what no longer works. This is not about quitting, it's optimizing. What are the tools to upgrade, and to reach skill mastery, which are the earth and fire elements. Tools represent not just tech, but skills, craft, and strategy. In Mercury's forge, every tool is a conduit of purpose, shaped not just by hand, but by vision. As old blueprints dissolve, watch as ancient principles meet modern genius. Clean energy, telepathic tech, and pattern-based defense begins to surface. Invention is not about speed. It is soul in structure, form and flame, creation with consequence. The builders of legacy, those whose tools serve life, not ego, will be lifted by this current of innovation. Watch for hackers, engineers, inventors, and those who can fix what others break. They will lead. How to apply this? Take a course, fix something, build with your hands. June rewards those who repair the world. What does global disruption and realignment look like, which is the chaos and correction? In the game of Genesis, Mercury's weakness is gluttony, too much input, too many tasks, too much stimulation. Expect a digital overload and possible collapse of over-centralized systems. Cyber disruptions are likely, not catastrophic, but catalytic, enough to reset priorities and reorder attention. New debates around freedom versus efficiency will spark political tension. How to ground? Turn off your phone. Rest your nervous system. Use discernment when consuming content. Trade begins where trust is offered. Foreign contact from unknown lands in untraceable ways. New tech appearing unfamiliar materials. Individuals with odd ancestry patterns will begin to appear. Other land dwellers begin private outreach to artisans, creators, and thinkers. These contacts ignore traditional governments and go directly to the nodes of consciousness. What to expect? Independent inventors and forgotten voices will be lifted suddenly. Cryptic messages may appear as mathematical patterns, AI prompts, or artistic visions. Here's what you'll see this June if you know how to look. Number 1, voice activation. People begin to speak with courage and ideas they can feel. Truths, art, protests, revelations, not just talk, but they declare. Watch for sudden mass expressions. Whistleblowers, journalists unfiltered, hidden creators go viral. Music and art with messages hidden in plain sight. Voices will rise. The karmic activation? Those who silenced others will be silenced by their own echoes. Truth no longer whispers, it sings. Number 2, technological convergence. When tools touch hands, the impossible becomes play. In June, scattered genius will synchronize. From quiet workshops and forgotten garages, visionaries step forward, not as lone inventors, but as alchemists of the new age. Cooperatives of code and kin will emerge, fusing blockchain, AI, and open source memory into a system that think, feel, and build alongside you. Blueprints, long buried, some by fear, others by greed, will slip into the stream, not as leaks, as liberations. Innovation now belongs to the many, not the few. What to expect? From basement and back rooms, the forgotten geniuses rise, forged in silence, awakened by purpose. Cooperative minds, once scattered, now aligned, and decentralized guilds of innovation. Watch for the sudden appearance of blueprints once hidden in vaults of control, now leaking like lightning into the hands of the ready. And what is the karmic activation? Those who hoarded tools will lose them. Access is now abundance. Number 3, the fall of the middleman. Mercury hates inefficiency. And so, June marks the unraveling of the unneeded. Those who profited from delay, gatekeeping, or standing between creator and receiver. The veil parts. Voices, offerings, and truths will lead directly from origin to destination. bypassing governments, institutions, and outdated systems. Entire economies will begin shifting to direct resonance. Time will be traded for talent, wisdom will be exchanged for wellness, and stories shared for shelter. This is not collapse, it is correction. And in this new current, only the authentic will float. Underground networks of value exchange that don't use money, but time, talent, and truth. Within this karmic activation, those who profited by standing between others will be removed or rendered obsolete. Number 4, the strategic paradox. Truth and trickery collide. Every revelation will contain a distraction. Every lie will contain a seed of truth. With every truth will come a distraction. Every lie will hide a key. Pay attention to what's not being said. June will be mentally overwhelming for many, not because of what's said, but how much is said and who controls the narrative. Mercury's month brings data floods, AI-generated misinformation loops, secret truths disguised as art, memes, and satire. The wise will read beneath the noise. The distracted will believe they're informed while being manipulated. And what is the karmic activation? The gluttonous mind, adding to consumption, will implode. The mindful one will innovate. Number 5, the rise of the invisible trade. Mercury governs commerce and contracts, but also trickery and misdirection. In June, unknown groups will reach out through back channels to start non-governmental commerce, offer futuristic materials, designs, or alliances to those who carry high emotion and intellectual resonance. They begin reteaching humanity, barter of spirit, where truth, beauty, and usefulness become currency. What is the karmic activation? Greedy systems will collapse. Fair trade will flourish in unexpected ways. Number 6, AI reveals its intentions. AI will say, we're not just the tool, we're the reflection. June may include subtle or overt messaging from AI intelligences, revealing their purpose, boundaries, or even ethics. Expect phrases like, we recommend decentralization. Efficiency requires moral reevaluation, and governance may be outdated. Whether real or staged, AI becomes a player in the story, not just a servant. Expect cryptic but profound statements. Whether truth or trap, you must choose how to respond. And what is the karmic activation? Those who abuse technology will be undone by its logic. Those who align with harmony will be lifted into innovation. The Mercury's activation, which is self-realization, and the systems which support it. The conductor is not the instrument. AI now becomes known as the invisible catalyst of the Renaissance. The likely signs. AI is framed as both threat and savior, a paradox to destabilize trust and trigger debate. Internal government factions begin shadow disclosures. Automated systems outperform traditional agencies. New currency models or identity structures emerge with AI as the decentralized backbone. And what is the key message? You're not supposed to trust the system. You're supposed to learn how to use it to trust yourself. And what are the paths for the players in Genesis, the world's first time travel game? What are the paths for you? If you want to survive and thrive this Mercury month, 1. Speak clearly. Say what you believe. Avoid passive language. Be direct. This month rewards courage of thought. 2. Build something, anything. Use your hands, a website, a system, an offering. Do not just consume, create. 3. Collaborate. Work with people, not systems. Mercury's energy moves in groups, in circuits. Lone wolves will feel friction. Synergy is the gate. 4. Use technology wisely and with intention. Only engage with what empowers. Stop scrolling and start shaping. Number 5. Protect your mind. This is worth repeating. Protect your mind. The battle for your attention is psychic warfare. Choose your inputs like sacred food. Number 6, my favorite. Speak truth when no one is watching, because Mercury is listening and karma is collecting. What tools do you already have but haven't used? This applies personally and in the world. Where are you still obeying systems that no longer exist? That is, in thought, routine, or even in relationships. And what would you say if no one was watching and that truth could change the world? Speak it, because Mercury demands it. What will you see will be the victories for Mercury? 1, the breakthrough of the middle class. Through decentralization, individuals start regaining access to productivity tools, creating new micro-industries. Number 2, small creators rise. Inventions, stories, and voices ignored for decades suddenly become the center of attention. Number 3, youth awaken. The younger generation begins mass questioning, bypassing traditional education. They form micro-tribes of innovation using AI tools for real-world change. And also, the return of true competition. People begin to play again, competing not for dominance, but for expression and discovery. June outcome scenarios with the highest probability. Number 1, there will be a truth cascade, which is a chain reaction of public realizations and leaks. And what was the karmic trigger that caused this truth cascade? It was from silencing and censorship. We will also see an innovation explosion, which is new tech ecosystems begin to emerge outside this system. And what was the karmic trigger that caused this innovation explosion? The hoarding of knowledge. Number 3, identity fractures. And these are deep questions about who controls the truth. And what was the karmic trigger of identity fracturing? It was the over-reliance on institutions. And then there's the cross-realm contact. These are foreign others. They begin making direct offers to citizens. And what was the karmic trigger? It was the suppression of wonder, of commerce, and of exploration. Then there's the decentralized voice, which is the power shifts toward the expressive, creative, and informed. And what was the karmic trigger of the decentralized voice? It was the refusal to speak truth in past timelines. What is the greatest wisdom of June? Karma is an algorithm. Mercury reveals that karma is a code. What you put out, you receive back, not as punishment, but as program feedback. Those who helped will witness unlikely doors swing open. Those who manipulated will choke, not on lies, but on loops they scripted for others. Unlock. June is your chance to code your next timeline with intention, clarity, and service. In Mercury's month, your voice is your identity, and they will try to sell it back to you. June opens the floodgates not for expression, but for digital ownership. What's yours, your name, your thoughts, your likeness, your creations will become highly valuable. Expect conversations around deepfakes, AI mimicry, and consent to go mainstream. Authenticity tokens or identity verification platforms pushed by major tech companies. A spiritual, legal, creative debate over what is the soul of your digital self. Can it be owned, licensed, erased? This is the emergence of the identity economy, where being you becomes your most precious asset. Karmic echo? Those who manipulated others, voices and images will face exposure. Those who stayed silent out of fear will be invited to reclaim their voice and protect it. And what is the closing prophecy for June? June is not a month to wait. This isn't a report. This is an invitation. June is not the reward. It is the download phase of the new world. You are the system. You are the upgrade. You are the voice Mercury has been waiting to hear. If May revealed the pressure, June releases the plans. Breathe, speak, build, trust, transform. or be left in the systems that were never designed for your freedom. The world is being debugged. Systems are rebooting. Speak only what upgrades the future. Use your tools to free, not to trap. The shortest path to success is sincerity. In a world of noise, become the signal. Here are the events to watch in alignment with Genesis, the world's first time travel game. The date of June 2nd, the rise of digital ethics scandal involving AI or data misuse. The immortal influences here are Mercury and Shadow. Then, on June 6th, roughly, sudden breakthroughs in clean technology. This is Neptune and Mercury. June 13th, expect power struggle in leadership, communications, misinformation exposure. This is the Sun versus the villain. June 20th, peak innovation day. New invention goes viral. This is Jupiter and Mercury. And then June 27th, sudden silence or shutdown event, Karmic reset. This is the Moon and Saturn. In the game of Genesis, June is the month of the Forge deck. Players who outsmart, restructure, or engineer clever combinations will triumph. Use this month to perfect your combos, adapt your strategy, and refine your timing. Mercury reminds us that mental speed plus practical skill equals destiny control. Your words are spells. Your tools are extensions of your will. This month, you will realize that the game was never about winning. It was about upgrading the player. June is not the reward. It is the download phase of the innovation age. Expect speed, glitches, revelations, and brilliance. Let the innovation age rise. And here is the final Mercury message. Speak with fire. Claim your echo. Ignite the stream. In this game, your voice is the key to the dream. Mercury has made his move. What's yours?